So this dude's gonna ask some questions. I'm gonna answer them. I just made a video response to TJ and started looking at some of the other video responses. So I decided to answer some of this kid's questions. Here's a video.
What if you went to heaven, but someone you loved went to hell? And it wasn't because they were like a serial murderer or a serial rapist or anything. They were just an atheist. And what if they went to hell? Would you be able to go to heaven, live with yourself, and enjoy the rest of eternity in heaven, knowing that someone you love would spend the rest of the eternity crying and screaming and suffering an agonizing, painful experience in hell?
First off, I would talk to God about the person in hell. Why would they be there? Why would they there? Is there anything I can do? Is there anything that you can do? Why would you send them there? I'd inquire on the whole issue. And if God gave me sufficient reason, which I'm pretty sure God would, considering God's God, I'd probably be able to live with it. Yep.
Would you be able to go to heaven knowing that serial killers and rapists and horrible people who repented at the very last second also gain entrance into heaven, while good, average, everyday people who may not have believed in your God, whether it was because they couldn't or maybe they haven't heard of your God, would you be able to go to heaven knowing that you have to live with people like that for the rest of your life while good people have to suffer in hell?
Wow. I don't believe in anything you just said right there. I mean, if you honestly repent, it's an incredibly spiritual thing. It's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do on the last second of your life. But, if they did it and they found God and, God accepted them, then I'd be fine with it. But I don't think that, God just sends people to hell just because they don't believe in Christianity. I think I think Jewish people go to heaven. I think Muslims go to heaven. I think Christians go to heaven. I think a lot of people go to heaven. Even people that don't believe in any particular set of, Christianity. I think that people think like that are stupid. I think atheists that think like that are also stupid for being as dogmatic as the, religious people that they criticize.
What about people who killed in the name of your God? Do they get to go to heaven? If so,
I don't
do you
know.
think that's fair? Why or why not? If those people don't get to go to heaven, why don't they get to go to heaven? I mean, after all, you are reading the exact same book that those people read, aren't you? Is their interpretation of the book somehow more wrong than yours? How can you tell?
I don't have those answers, but I guarantee you a person that kills in the name of God, where Jesus said, do not murder, Jesus said in the Bible, do not murder, and some murders, you know, obviously there's a problem with that. If you don't follow the teachings of Jesus, and Jesus said that I am the way, and the only way that people come to my Father is through me, then I think that pretty much says that you need to follow Jesus. And Jesus said, thou shalt not murder, you need to help the poor, you need to feed the hungry, you need to clothe the sick, and you need to heal clothe the naked and heal the sick. If you do all those things, I think you get to go to heaven. If you don't do those things, then, it's questionable. It's up to God's judgment or God to determine whether or not you go to heaven or not. It's not up to me, and my decision, my opinion, really doesn't matter. But that's my opinion.
Let's just say you're a good Christian, someone who follows what's said in the Bible, still respectful to people of other faiths, of other beliefs, etc. And when the time came when you died, God said you were bound to hell because you did not follow what was said in the Bible, to kill people who said anything against your God, to pillage their stuff, and to rape their women and kill their children by dashing their heads on rocks. Do you think that's fair, that you went to hell because you didn't do those things? Fine.
That's not the God I worship, so the question means nothing to me. So yeah, if I was a good Christian, then would it be my God? Period.
Finally, do you really think that your God is one that's worthy of praise and worship after all this has been done and said?
Yeah, I do. Because I have my understanding of God, and I do believe my God's worth of praise and worship. My God's great. Love God. So, yep, hopefully this makes sense.
Let the truth always be heard.
Have a good one, dude. Done with this video.